Hi everyone, I'm Terry and I'm nuts about stamping. I thought today I would share one final Christmas card idea. I think it's almost time to get the Christmas cards in the mail, so I thought maybe this weekend would be your last chance to make a couple of card ideas. So I'm here to share one with you using the Peaceful Pines stamp set. I'm going to start off by actually stamping the images from the stamp set. I've got the one that looks just like a pine tree, and I'm going to use Emerald Envy, a color that you don't see me use very often. So let's give it a go and see if it works well for this card idea. So I'm going to stamp the tree twice. Actually, I should have stamped it over here on this great pad that helps the ink travel smoothly across everything. So I've got those two images, and then I'm going to bring in another piece of Very Vanilla, and I've got a second tree image from the Peaceful Pines stamp set. It's got words all over it. So for this one, you want to ink it up carefully, and then when you stamp it down, you want to hold it a little bit so that the ink soaks in but doesn't smear across the cardstock. Let's see how that works. Oh, great. Worked perfectly. All right. So the reason I like having this image on the front of my card is that it doesn't require a phrase. I can just use a stamped phrase on the inside of the card because this kind of is the phrase for the outside of the card. All right, so I'm finished with my stamping, and now I'm going to do a little bit of die cutting. And to do that, I'm going to use the set of framelits that coordinates with the Peaceful Pines stamp set. It's called Perfect Pines. And I've already chosen the tree image or the tree framelits that are going to go for each one. So everything is coordinated for you. And I'm going to have to run through twice. The first time, let's just move this up a little bit. Like that, and then I'm going to have to die cut this tree twice, which means I have to run it through my Big Shot 2 times. There we go. So I have my magnetic platform and thin die adapter. Woo! I've got my bottom standard cutting pad, I've got my images and the framelits, and then my top standard cutting pad. It looks like this top one just slipped a little bit. Let me just, nope. Looks good. All right, run it through. Okay, and then I'm going to have to do this one again. So I have the 2 trees for the front of my card. And then I'm still not done with my Big Shot. So I've got my 3 trees for my card idea, and then using the same sandwich and all the same materials for the Big Shot, I'm going to use my banners framelits, and I'm going to die cut out 2 banners, one from Emerald Envy. I have a scrap piece of cardstock. All the measurements for the cardstock will be over on my blog, so that if you want to make this card at home, go there, and I'll have my video posted there as well. And then the measurements and the list of the supplies and everything. I'm just gonna, this one seemed to slip a little bit. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna run this through now. Took a bit of muscle. All right, there's a banner, and there's a banner. And now I'm done with my Big Shot, and I can put everything together. So my card base is going to be Very Vanilla, and I'm going to do it portrait style. So I've cut it 11 by 4 1/4 and then scored it at the 5 1/2, and that's going to be my card base. And to that, I'm going to add a layer of the Playful Palettes paper stack. And this is an Emerald Envy and Very Vanilla pattern. Christmas cards don't always have to be Whisper White. Experiment a little and see if you like some of our other colors for Christmas card colors. Everybody thinks they have to be red and white or red and green. Try navy, try Emerald Envy, see how it goes. All right, and then I'm going to adhere next these two banners together. And before I adhere them to the front of the card, I'm going to add a little touch to it. I have some Very Vanilla satin ribbon, and I want to put a strip of satin ribbon around the top. And so here's how I do it so that I save on ribbon. I measure how much ribbon I want first, and then I cut it off the bolt. And then to attach ribbon on the back of a project, I usually use Terri tape. Terri tape is flat and it's really sticky, and it'll hold that ribbon in place like a charm. All right, let's peel that off. And then I'm going to take my ribbon and I'll just fold it around the back on that side, and then it's ready to adhere to the front of my card. I think I'm going to do it down here. I usually do my banners up higher. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to bring in my 3 trees. So I'm going to start with these trees as a background, and I'm going to use snail adhesive to adhere them on, and they're going to hang over the side of the banners. And then maybe I'll overlap them a little bit as well. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to use, for the one with the phrase, I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals. I know I put them here somewhere. There they are. So I'm going to put 2 dimensionals on the back, one near the top of the tree and one near the bottom of the tree. Peel the tail off, each one, and then I'm going to adhere it down like so. And then the last thing I'm going to do is add a bow. Before the video began, I made a bow using the vanilla ribbon as well and cut it off the bolt. I thought you wouldn't want to sit here and watch me make a bow. If you ever want to see a video on how I make a bow, send me a request through the comments on YouTube, and I'd be happy to do that for you. And don't forget to like this video if you like this card idea, and if you'd like to see more Christmas card or other ideas. I appreciate the likes. And there we go. A beautiful Christmas card. A little bit of an unusual color, but I still love it and how it has come together nicely with thanks to my Big Shot and a few framelit packs. For a complete listing of the supplies that I used, hop on over to my blog, www.nutsaboutstamping.com. I'll have a list of everything you need to make this card, lots of other card ideas. Don't forget to subscribe to my newsletters. I send a newsletter every week with a project idea you won't see anywhere else. I'm Terri, I'm Nuts About Stamping. Remember, like this video if you do, and if you have other suggestions for videos that you'd like to see me create to help you with your crafting, please let me know. Bye for now.